There's no time until you count. Aging's not time, it happens. Call it a beauty. I stayed in the thick-aired room until war came, ending the economic slump others read as story. It was smeared in elegiac details on the brunette's young face. That's how I know it happened. I'm alone as usual, impossibly nowhere, or right here. I walked a path formerly. Now I see things all at once, so this room's sufficient, painful, because of visual courage. Time exists to be brutal in. War is the beloved, undoing story, institutions, bodies in time, on chaos's side. But I know chaos just sitting. I have to get the keys to Rusty at a bar in Phoenix this night, and no one else cares if I drive across the state in infrared light, just because it's a desert like the Gobi or any Chinese highlights that I'll try not to get in my eyes as I near what matters to them, in between grief so flat like you desire it, hardly any characters. Didn't want anyone to find me, not yet. Billions hide me before I can arise on my golden wings or something. Rusty wants to happen. Don't you dig that as I chatter in anger with photographers on stage? It was becoming too unworldly. Hold still now, so we'll call you something. Maybe the People's Republic, too passé. No? Bite this kumquat and live. Starving in winter with tears in my eyes. Why did I get human features? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Feet with toes? I don't know how to think. And I don't want to think. Destroy my DNA or whatever it is. Civilizations and species recognition. Vanity. Oh, it's Rusty. I've got your keys so you can go home now and translate your poetry into the language of angels in bark clothes or darkest maroon at dusk. When my brain chimes, I know I'm in the answer. Honor to whisper to bosses placed within a jelly glass on the 100th shelf above patchy linoleum. I still accept you like weather. I don't want to work for anyone. The future keeps backfiring. I can see my soul entangled in other schemes for how I serve, elaborating the consequences of their echoed prerogative, redeeming your call to higher as if you had the only right to say how I should live, within a pay structure, not within the real. I don't want to work for anyone. I'll be content when glue peels off the cardboard walls, when the skeleton of the main house collapses and stains us dark with chaos. I'll escape at last, alone and dry, not winded though, a mouth with teeth, a page, a scream or frail song, but no employee of lost vacuities, gestures no one recalls the origins of, period, peace, capital. How can we disattach ourselves from those binding us to their use? How can we destroy their power without losing my own will, my precious sovereignty? We cannot have leadership. I will act. I am a crystal skull finding yours in order to plot sedition, reading your messages. I have a substance, a chemical, to inform our broadsides, change dreams' obscurity to a sharp weapon, a detonator, poison, or a gun. Now's the time to make dream blood run. I see what he's really like when I'm asleep. Entitled to lead, he decrees our loss of substance, gives my gems to rich men, gives scarabs I've carved as embodiment of my life's shadows, commonly taxable, to the ministerial. Do you understand this dream? Destroy him and to them. We are spurned as what we really are. Creators of self-diamonds, of our essence. I have a diploma in long breath. I have breathed for decades, enshrining untinctured light. He can't have it to give away to his colleagues in refurbished appearances. The old signifiers spruced up as false counsels of reason, care, and change. I want to see the blood from their organs of entitlement, fuscous and cadenced with cliches, run in her streets. I am distressed, in exile by my own choice. Is it a wish or fate? What did I ever choose? Not to be owned by a country or man. Oh, citizens are fair, loving themselves, virtuous destructors, pulpits of memory, call to honor. any moral rumor, shouldn't we all say the name of love, the cabbage, the laundry, scalps hung up there? Nostalgic, we can be dumb when it suits us to snow all over the buttoned walls consciousness. We'll have no more thought. Suddenly different, whoever took my place is who I am. I am a self-exile, or I'm myself, having loosely arrived. One day I didn't live anywhere I recognized as country, but had I ever known white lineaments carved of a city's face that resembled my own, I could leave you, aggregate of others, or I could love you now. Speaking, agree. I can never agree. Not knowing what spirit in me changes me, I can only be its. Whatever impels me, forms me subtly from within, is my love. Our footprints glow in the field. Expiration dates, incipiency glows too, half in love with whiz-kid death, vermilion jaws of it. Boy had to hide or was shot. Corpses land face down. I don't care if you die. I mean, I care, but really I don't. Wanting to get to the south, I'd walk all over you, floor of the skin of the fallen. I mean, whole where you were when you praised God's doped warriors. Let's praise a loaf of dry bread, crap sausage. I can't eat that. Yes, you can. You're a coherent animal. Do real people talk like we're talking now? Someone humming private lives. I can't give in to your dream. It's a frazzled fate, honey. A sleight of hand tablecloth torn but working. Da-da! And your battered conscience disappears. I got a new eyedropper for a spike. Remember all of this now. You were our front, took the brunt of those suckers up north. We're everyone's dogs. It's noise I can't take anymore, can't bear your muddled laughter. The palisade must be climbed next tonight. Thousands of greased suns will rise. How can we not have a leader if we are to have this infrastructure? Let's think about it differently now. We are in small groups quarreling sometimes because that dynamic pleases. It's not the same as war with its destruction. I am always in part my friends, though there's friction. I don't want to be you. In my desert free, I commingle with sand, each of us, as is said, universe, all of it. We have digressed too far. Nothing's too far. The question's how to keep the electricity flowing without a boss there up on the steel stairs. We each know how to do things, we just do it. That simple? Who's ever tried? After all, no one wants the power to stop. I'm a street person, I don't care if it stops. Destructure everything you can. Don't buy things you don't need. Talk to me. This conversation reminds me of pilgrims. I don't want the power to go out, especially in the winter. Most of us don't want that. We won't let it go out. We have to trust each other, even if I think I'm smarter than you are. I am the smartest, but it doesn't matter. Last night I saw that when I flowed out and became all else, I was nothing. I was everything. We are the electricity. In my sleep, I have contempt for everything that's organized, according to the ancient laws, visual, cognitive, cut. What has edges? Not my thinking. Without another, formless, I am at a peace, take care of nothing, extinct. You observe me, but I'm not even a plain mood. What history was I in? I've not thought of seeing right since I began to break windows. I can't direct my gaze, I just see, I just know. Don't save me from this chaos, where any tale equally can be entered, not for forever, or even until its details are clear. There was a rumor I was now Helen, the crow of this land, flying over emotional landscapes of cultural trees. I'd been a skilled kisser, but now I carried bugs in my beak. We were called to you by your beauty, but you are sarcastic. Oh, I'm that? How did it come so easily to me after I was broken-tongued from the war? Now I can caw. Understood. I am invulnerable. voice that doesn't calculate or rage. I rise up swirling from beneath your thoughts gnawing, from beneath sails and electrical impulses, from beneath story. We have to have a story, food or love or war. Those are our stories. No, there's only a voice from your well. I wait for it, though, story's shape. You're mistaken. Only the voice is you. Wait for the story at a table. I'm waiting for them. One will wear a charm bracelet. Marry me, says someone to the one wearing it in Philadelphia. Your generation bears a story now. It's charmed. Legends for each of you painted on the wall of the second floor. Do you know what that conveys to a stranger arrived? For I've become just a voice, absorbing your group voice's meanings. I have my own self's presence, joining you within the restroom, place of rest. Too much water's being used for flushing. I like this story, but I like my voice better. Deep as it comes from within, I'll follow it to hell, as the Wrens say. Every voice is real. What can I say? Clinging to your heart root, then winding up through throat, I can cry out. Wise, I don't occur now, though suffering rises up and shames me. Ashamed I'm not happy, poisonous objection.